Imagine a pet store is conducting a survey and you choose to participate. The first question is, if you decided to get a pet right now, would you buy it from this store or would you go to a shelter? You respond, buy it here, of course. The follow-up question is, do you support a puppy mill? You answer, no, I would never support such a horrible act. This is a crucial error that a large amount of individuals believe. When someone buys a puppy or kitten from a pet store, they are unknowingly supporting puppy mills and kitten mills, which is an establishment that breeds puppies or kittens for sale, typically on an intensive basis and in conditions that are regarded as inhumane, according to ASPCA. When someone says no to purchase a pet at a pet store, they are saying no to animal cruelty. Many people think that a shelter pet is inferior to a pet store pet. However, a shelter pet comes with many advantages. You will save money, the bragging rights, and it is one way to fight puppy and kitten mills. And finally, you get the satisfaction of saving lives, and it gives animals a second chance. Adopting is not only a better option for people, but for the animals as well. Of the dogs entering shelters, approximately 35% are adopted, 31% are euthanized, and 26% of dogs who came in as strays are returned to their owners. Of the cats entering shelters, approximately 37% are adopted, 41% are euthanized, and less than 5% of cats who came in as strays are returned to their owners. Even though these statistics mention a fair amount of animals finding homes, many are still killed just because no one adopted them. Today I will be talking about how adopting a pet is better than buying a pet. By the end of my speech, you will have learned valuable facts that will allow you to be able to take important and crucial action that may save the lives of unfortunate animals. Now that I've stated my 3 main points, I'd like to address my first point, saving money. Pets adopted from shelters and rescue groups usually cost less than pets that are purchased or sometimes are free. Buying a pet can easily cost $500 to $1,000 or more, while adoptions costs range from $50 to $200. The best advantage of obtaining a pet from a shelter is that the cost of vaccinations, spay and neuter surgery, microchip, deworming treatments are already done when you receive the animal. Also, in some shelters, you might be able to save on housebreaking and training expenses. An excuse that many people make on why they don't adopt is that they want purebred. However, more than 25% of cats and dogs who enter shelters are pure breeds. Now that I've told you how adopting a pet from a shelter can save you money, I'll tell you how a shelter pet can give you bragging rights and can help fight off puppy and kitten mills. Many people believe that shelter pets are inferior and less healthy than a purchased pet. However, shelters have happy, healthy pets, sometimes even house-trained already, that just got into bad situations. According to the American Humane Association, the most common reasons why people relinquish or give away their dogs is because their place of residence does not allow pets, 29%, not enough time, divorce, death, and behavior issues, 10% each. The most common reasons for cats are that they were not allowed in the residence, 21%, and allergies, 11%. Another benefit of getting an adopted pet is the bragging rights. For example, would you rather post a selfie with a new adopted pet that you saved or purchased pet that you got at a pet store? The one fact majority of people are completely unaware of is that when someone buys a dog or cat from a pet store, online seller, or flea market, they are almost certainly receiving a dog or kitten from a puppy or kitten mill. Animals in these mills are housed in shockingly poor conditions with improper medical care and are often very sick and behaviorally troubled. When a particular animal is of no use anymore, they are killed, abandoned, or sold at auction. Puppy and kitten mills continue to stay in business because their customers are unsuspecting. Puppy and kitten mills will continue to operate until people stop supporting them. By adopting a pet, you can make sure that you won't give them any money. Now that I've told you how adopting a pet can grant you bragging rights and you can fight off puppy and kitten mills, I'll tell you about how adopting a pet can give you the satisfaction of saving a life and gives an animal a second chance. First off, by adopting a pet, you are helping to solve the problem of homeless pets in America. 2.7 million adoptable dogs and cats are euthanized in the United States simply because too many people come into shelters and too few people consider adopting when looking for a pet. Not only will adopting a pet save that particular animal's life, but also will free up space and resources for another animal that comes into the shelter. Adoption gives every animal a temporary home, but the people that adopt those animals give them a second chance. Many of the animals in shelters are not there because of behavior issues, but due to their past guardians. Their owners either can no longer keep them or simply didn't want them anymore, and that's not the animal's fault. Shelters and rescue groups offer adoptable dogs, cats, and many other animals of all ages, breeds, mixes, and sizes. Added to the pleasure of having a new companion, you'll be happy to be the one who was able to offer an unfortunate animal a second chance. Now that you have heard my speech, how many of you will start or join a group to fight puppy mills and gain support and funds for shelters? If this is too much to ask, how many of you will plan on adopting your next pet from a shelter? My sources were ASPCA, Vet Street, the Humane Society, and SPCA Montreal. Thank you.